so ready. Natasha Olsen-Thorn running out in front, ran out in front for her 50th tournament at the debut of the Melrose Claymores Cup last year, right here on this park. And she said this is going to be a moment to remember. It's going to be in her history books along with all of those. And you can just hear the crowd. It's incredible. Kazakhstan playing in the light blue, Hong Kong, China in the dark blue. Melrose Claymores. Let's go. Goes deep into the hands of Chloe Chan, who drops it immediately, had to pick it up off the bootlaces, and this is a great opportunity for Kazakhstan right off the gate.
It was a wobbly old kick, wasn't it? It wasn't the best, but in the end it worked out brilliantly. Just dipped at the last before Chloe Chan could secure that pill. And Kazakhstan straight away in prime position to attack here.
Drobovskaya doing the sweeping work for Kazakhstan. Ball's good, comes out cleanly, so going to be tested early on in defense now. Hong Kong, China spread it to the wings, and then the decision to cut back on the inside. Savina looking to make something, but it was stagger defense from Hong Kong, China, but eventually the tackle does get made. Pick up from Stepan Yuga. Stepan Yuga has stepped away around the defense, but the chase is on from Lana Sabe. The pick up the goal. Sabe as well as Chong, two of the quickest players in this Hong Kong China side, but ball still in hand for Kazakhstan. Kim not rolling away, so discipline letting Hong Kong China down.
Well, that was a great chase back from Linham, I think it was. Here they go, Kazakhstan.
Don't want to waste any time. They want to get going, and the fend is good. Got to get it out to the hands, and Kruchenikina not able to pick it up, but she's got long levers. Cuts back on the inside, waits for the cavalry to come in. Kim with a straighten, and then the switch back on the inside. All the defensive work lying in the hands of Hong Kong China at the moment. Popovic. Puchinga, and then Kruchenikina with the size up. Finds a way through a couple, and then the hand in from Kaima Nam. Brilliant, but then another turnover. Another penalty against Hong Kong China.
Come on, they did good work to batter that ball back, but then I think he said he was over the ball, so that's a turnover.
Do we get more of that? With a step back into the inside, and always looking to get Puchinkina into play. Noise levels have gone up, just backing the home side at the moment. Now they try to get it out wide. Drubovskaya gets the offload away to Stepan Guya, and Stepan Guya showing her fancy footwork. Stepan Guya is going to get the opening. Veronica Stepan Yuga, she's got one for the weekend.
Very strong in the tackle, aren't they, Kazakhstan, the stop and go. But she had a lot to do before she finishes off that Stepan Yuga. But they're in the 22 for a very long time and felt that they needed to come away with some points. It was brave defense on the scramble from Hong Kong China. Oh man, what a kick.
Oh, look at that. Teammates are shocked, confused, but really celebrating. Kruchenikina, she was involved in a lot of what Kazakhstan was doing in the 22 of Hong Kong China. Well, had 4 seconds left on the kick. That one didn't go all the way, but better handled by Chloe Chan. Had no possession to speak of thus far. Olsen-Thorn, the swing back onto the inside, and that she's very dangerous is Chong. Gets the offload to Maggie Ao-Yung. Now Rosie Wright. And Rosie Wright knows only one way, and that's straight down the middle, waiting for support to come in, trying to make the breakdown messy. Natasha Olsen-Thorn, one of the most experienced players in this side. Gets the offload to Chan. Just sizing up her options, looking for an offload, opting to keep ball in hand though. Nam flicks it to Wright. Wright, such a playmaker for this Hong Kong China side. Ao-Yung stays on her feet. Now the defense of Kazakhstan's being tested for the first time in this match. And this is Chong. Chong is always looking for a little bit of a break. And Chong is going to pin her ears back and get Hong Kong gymnastics.
And that's got the biggest cheer of the evening. That score right there, she absolutely slices through the defence. That first receiver hits the 45-degree angle and backs her pace. There's Chong Kai-Yan, and the crowd goes absolutely ballistic in the south stand.
It's the loudest we've heard the stand tonight. The stadium started to fill up. Kai-Yan Chong gets the 5 and adds the extras, does Rosie Wright. Got 7 seconds to kick off, and they know this. Coming off of that Challenger Series with the 45 seconds, allowed to bounce, and that's dangerous, especially into the hands of someone like Lena Sabe. Back onto the inside they go. Olsen Thorne finds Rosie Wright, who's always going to look to straighten to try and create something. She's going to look for some support, going to back herself, gets a fend out, not able to get away from Drobovskaya. Chong, who just scored the opening try for Hong Kong China, and Natasha Olsen Thorne, the bulldozer, is going to get over, and she gets a loud cheer too.
Rosanna Wright with the first run. The vision from Chong to go to a skip. Look at the long loping strides of Wright, sets it up beautifully. That's a good clean. And then Chong off the back, and she just muscles her way, does the skip for Hong Kong China second.
Well, they were tested early on by Kazakhstan, and Wright's just not able to get the legs there. Olsen Thorne, breakdown specialist is Olsen Thorne. She's not afraid of the try line either. Wright goes very deep this time, almost all the way to the 22, allowed to bounce, but then regathered by Kazakhstan. Did that go backwards? Referee says so. Oh, might have gotten away with one. No. Well, knock on in the tackle is a call.
Oh, it's tough one. I thought it was actually a good tackle and knock on from Kazakhstan initially, from the naked eye, but obviously getting a call from the assistant referee. All the momentum. It's on the side of Hong Kong China at the moment.
Just outside their own 22. And this is what it means to be able to play in this new stadium in Hong Kong. A moment for these players, a special moment. That didn't go to hand. Dule Gonova. Penalty against Kazakhstan, and so trying to get some points on the board again before the end of this first half with the gong going on in the background. That was dropped and left behind by Maggie Jung, and the kick through comes. Has Lainam Sabe done enough? She's done enough to keep it in play, but not enough to keep it out of the hands of Kazakhstan. Kruchinkova gets bent in half in the middle of the field. That one didn't go to hand. Was it forward though? Yes, it was. So that's going to be the first half of this Melrose Claymores Cup. Hong Kong China under pressure initially from Kazakhstan, but getting the 2 scores, leading Kazakhstan 12 points to 7. Well, it was all defense from Hong Kong China in the beginning of that first half, but 2 quick tries from Chong and Olsen Thorne got them back in it. And the key was to let's win this one. If my lip reading was good enough at half time. High ball left hanging and got the defenders up there through Chloe Chan. And they get the turnover, so the tap and go is good. Kaman Nam, and this is Lenam Sabai. You can't keep out of a match quick too long. Not 10, but hasn't gone to the pocket. So Natasha Olsen Thorne, midfield, gets us going. Ao Young got back on the inside, is so good from Chong. She's so good at what she does. Quick ball, quick ruck retention, and then Alainam Sabe with the switch back onto the inside to Chloe Chan. For only 5 meters out are Hong Kong China, and if they score, this place is going to absolutely erupt. Another penalty, and that's a double blow.
Yeah, the yellow card coming here. Multiple offences on this end of the field, so no need to rush here for Hong Kong China. Just play smart.
Well, they're going to have 2 minutes with an extra player on the field. Stephanie Chan just calling everyone to action. Tap and go, and then has a look, goes herself, Sabe, and they've got space that has to be, and Natasha Olsen-Thorne, the captain, is going to go over for her second, and she's heard the roar before and she gets it again.
Weight of possession from Hong Kong, China. Finally they get it out. They were loaded to the right hand side. Good execution of skills under pressure. And in the end it's going to be the skipper who kept the width, getting a double.
Yeah, well, there was supposed to be space somewhere with the player down. Conversion good too, so 19 points to 7, Hong Kong China lead. That woman on your screen has a master's degree in psychology too. Smart players all around this pitch.
And what they want to do is get one more try while they have the numerical advantage, one extra player. So the restart was been pretty good at applying pressure and chasing kicks.
Kick off straight down the middle, not regathered. Eventually the pickup coming from Drobovskaya. Not seen any possession for this second half, but they do have a yellow card, so how do they manage the rest of this half, or the rest of the minute 14 seconds is left on that yellow card? Do Kazakhstan started like a house on fire earlier on, and look at that from Natasha Olsen-Thorne, really putting her hand up. Tap and go quickly. They've got the space, very tight on defense from Kazakhstan. It's got to come, it's got to go, and eventually it does. And we've seen Natasha Olsen-Thorne get her brace, and Chong is going to get another one too. All smiles now, and you eventually see the tail starting to lift.
I like the way they shifted the ball quickly too into space. That's the secret. See, they just sealed off the ball when it went down. There's a lot of the number around that Pearl. But again, the left-right pass is what normally not the strongest hand to pass off, but she is showing some speed, has Chong this whole game.
Well, they said there was only one word to describe Guyan Chong, and that is try-scoring machine, and she's showing her prolific abilities right now. One of the top try scorers at the Challenger Series in Cape Town was Guyan Chong. Just looks like there's a player down for Kazakhstan in their own 22. Just getting a bit of treatment, so that's just the hold-up at the moment. But it's really, really good to see the quality of rugby that these teams are playing, KT.
Yeah, they're putting on the show. And the guys, Andrew Van Beek and Paul John there. He's been on the series before, just on the left-hand side with the glasses. Ultra experienced, now here in charge of team manager for Hong Kong, but overseeing the program.
Good time to see yourself on the big screen too. And that looks like Kruchinkina who'll be hobbling off, and that'd be a big loss for this Kazakhstan side, because that's the player they're always looking to go to.
Yeah, she looks like her left arm is carrying it just a little bit. She's such a strong player, but here we go. They need some position here, Kazakhstan.
4 minutes left of this match. Stephanie Chan goes high, leaves it behind, and allowed to bounce, and eventually regathered by Kazakhstan. Stepan Yuga, the only try scorer for Kazakhstan. The 1-2, and look at that hit and drive from Chong. She can score tries, but she can defend too. And now there's a bit of a numbers overlap on the outside, but eventually the defenders do come in, realizing they have to buy time, try and get the touchline into play. Brilliant hit made by Lainam Sabah, who's acting as sweeper for Hong Kong China at the moment. Now the big flick on to the outside, Melikova. Running out a bit of pace was Duleganova. Slower ball than they would like for Kazakhstan at the moment, and it's becoming easy shift work in defense for Hong Kong China. And then the kick through comes, but because they had Sabah in at sweeper, easy pickup for her. The bit of a footwork, nobody was looking to receive that pass from Lainam Sabah. Just didn't look up before she gave the pass, kind of just gave it, and a penalty awarded against Hong Kong China. The tap and go, bit of a shaky one, but Grishina gets it. Now it's becoming scrappy for Kazakhstan. Stepan Yuga, he said she's got one to her name already, and she showed us her pace a little bit earlier on. Counter-ruck is good. Referee's happy.
Oh, that's an exhaustive piece of play, and they go quickly. This is Smarks. They still got the numerical advantage here, Hong Kong, China.
Yeah, it's not been any break in play, so the yellow card's gone off the screen, but no break in play to allow the player to come back on. So 6 still play 7. Sabe gets scragged in the tackle. Chan. Now they reset and try and get some runners in motion. Eventually, the runners in motion come, and Shana Forrest, sports coordinator, gets taken to ground. Penalty against Hong Kong, China. Tapa goes a call, Meni Kochova. Not a lot of energy that they're running off. Everyone kind of standing around. No one really running off the ball. No work off the ball for Kazakhstan at the moment, but it has been exhausting. Bit of a show and go, and onto the inside. Melnikova. Then the pick up around at ruck time. Melnikova. All she had to do was stretch, but gives the offload. And Yekaterina Savina is going to get over for the second for Kazakhstan.
It was an effort play from Melnikova, who got it all started. She got the turnover as well at the ruck time in front of the Hong Kong China post, and she's the one that busts through and makes the break. See this effort right here. Desperate tackle, but a nice pop-up and awareness for Savina, for Kazakhstan to get their double, and this is just effort on effort. Well done.
A little bit of a never say die attitude from Kazakhstan. They had to do a lot of defending, but able to strike in the right areas. Conversion's good too, so only 10 points between these two sides, and they'll be back to the full complement. Yeah, 27 carries. It's been a really carry-heavy game, both of these sides, 24-27. Not afraid to take it into contact either of these teams, and that's not going to go 10 and allowed to bounce, and Hong Kong China not looking interested in picking that ball up.
Yeah, well, it's about game management now. They're 2 scores away, so no need to rush here, Hong Kong China. Just play smart.
Tap and go from halfway is good, and then the kick through the back, but also had a sweeper. Baketbek using a bit of her footwork, and she's allowed almost the Hong Kong China defenders to tackle each other. Tackle had to come, and comes from Stephanie Chan. Now the work comes in from deep inside their own 22, and straightening from Stepan Yuga, but caught by Chloe Chan. Trying to get themselves involved at breakdown time. Eventually the break-off comes. Now there's a bit of an overlap. 2-on-1, and Sabe Lainam calling the cavalry over. Stephanie Chan happy to oblige. Still inside their own 22, and the ring from the crowd comes because they realize that their sides won the match, but are they going to give away a try towards the end of this game? Kazakhstan happy to continue. Almost gave away that pass, and it was almost forward, and the lineup is good from Stephanie Chan. Just want to get ball in hand and kick it out, you would imagine. Kazakhstan again just slowing things down and then looking to accelerate and inject some energy, but ball's not going to hand. Hits galore, defensive effort, and straight over it is Shana Forrest. Has she gotten it? Yes, she has. And the penalty comes, and eventually they can breathe a sigh of relief. Tap and goes the call. Lainam Sabe says she hasn't gotten her name on the score sheet. She wants one of her own. And Lainam Sabe gets on the outside and also contributes to the incredible work of Hong Kong China.
Full exclamation mark on a fantastic performance again defensively, getting the turnover, but I like this in and away, baking your pace and going on the outside. Why not? You're not going to lose this game, but the confidence you'll get off this will be massive moving forward into tomorrow.
Yeah, really excited with that and really happy to be involved. She wanted to hear the roar of the crowd too, did Lainam Sabe. Stephanie Chan with the lineup, but it's not going to have the legs. So Hong Kong China with that final exclamation mark towards the end of that match by that woman on screen. Kazakhstan They beat Kazakhstan 29 points to 14 at home, and what an entertaining match that was. And we will go downstairs because we've got Gareth Rees chatting to Guy Yanchong.
2 tries for yourself. How much fun was it out there for you and the Hong Kong-China women's team?
I think our team is very enjoying it, like the atmosphere, like the excitement, and everything from the crowd. We very love it. We like embrace the environment, and we love the game.
And you always play with a smile on your face, especially when you scored those tries. What do you think you can do for the young girls in Hong Kong, China?
I think let them see how the women's rugby going, and they take part in it. And hopefully we play as a team, can play some good rugby to show the young girls, let them want to join us and be part of Hong Kong rugby.
And final question, in the new stadium, what does it mean to you to play here? Which one do you like better, the old stadium or the new stadium?
I think I like both, because I feel like the venue is the second element. It's like how the crowd bring the enjoyment and the excitement, and how they cheer up for us. So I feel like mainly it's the audience. So I like both the venue.
Well, thank you very much for doing this. Good luck for the rest of the weekend.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Well, that is exactly why we play this game. The smile from Chong, and they've gone above the race to have Hong Kong, China, but they will take on a team that they have taken on in Thailand at the Challenger Series. So 2 teams that know each other really well, but Kazakhstan unable to get any points off of that one.